Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 2 of Let's Play Halo 2. In this episode, we're going to be covering the mission Outskirts, which is the mission where the Covenant here are going to be landing on Earth, and we're going to be battling them and taking on everything that comes along with that. I don't want to get too far forward. Hopefully, I have my air conditioner on here today, so hopefully it's not too loud there. Got a heat wave coming across today, so kind of need to leave it on so that way the dog can stay comfy. But we'll have our intro to the episode there, and then I'll have my personal intro, and then we can jump right into things. Let's see where things are going on. So we're flying down to Earth, checking out everything. Try to turn it up a little bit here so I can hear it on my end. That's right. That's right, Johnson. We're gonna take them all out.
He's on that carrier and he's calling for help.
Whew. There's a return of the Warthog. Been a while since we've seen one of those. They're looking good as ever. And it looks like our boys are all ready to go. Let's go, boys. Oh, look at that shit. If there's one thing I gotta give it credit for, man, the graphics of Halo 2 in these cutscenes is spectacular. But it hits our ship, we go down, and now we're gonna have to rebound. I'll catch you after that, folks.
Hey, wake up.
Shake it off, Marine.
Oh, man. Now the audio comes through loud. Man, we are waking up. We are coming out of that fog. Out of that cleary headspace there. And you know what I always say, when you're coming out of the headspace like that, the only thing that's left to do is give yourself a soda pop. That's all that you can do in those kind of situations, you know? Gotta get your head on straight. Here, I'm paused for a second. I'm actually probably opening up a soda pop as I'm playing through the game. Look at that. Get some real-time soda pop action going on. I believe the Covenant at first have a little hold on this area. We're going to have to take them out, clear out this little zone, and then we're going to have to defend this zone for a while. You're going to see that as like a common trait as we move through Halo 2 here. Like a lot of these levels are going to be like conquer a zone, hold the zone, move on, conquer a zone, hold the zone, move on. That's just sort of like I would call it like the baseline sort of gameplay of Halo 2. Now granted, when it does want to do big things, the story has no problem moving along and doing said big things. But I feel like it takes its good old time in terms of doing said big things. It tends to like steer clear of doing too much at once. One thing that's really frustrating with that being said is a lot of times you'll see here in Halo 2, if there's like a straggler during like this conquer the zone kind of mission deal, sometimes the straggler will get caught in a wall, or he'll get caught behind something, or he just won't come out because he doesn't see any clear way to come out. Like, you could sort of be stuck in limbo on an episode for a while because the Covenant doesn't want to come out and attack you. That would be the only drawback to these mission style approaches, is sometimes like the AI itself driving some of the Covenant is a little weaker. Now if you get close to them, usually it prompts them to come out and do something, and then they want to attack you and things of that nature, but it can just be a little frustrating here, like earlier in the game. If you're not used to that, like you could be waiting around for like 10 minutes wondering what the hell is going on, only to realize that like somebody's stuck in a box somewhere, and that was that's all that was happening. Luckily, I do think we encounter that here, but I don't think they're stuck behind a box. I just think there's like a little guy hiding somewhere. But I do know we come across it in some of the later missions as I've been working through quite a few of them here. And yet, oh, I didn't even mention, because I didn't even realize when I was posting that. For those in the United States, happy 4th of July. I'm posting this on the 4th of July as sort of an extra episode for the week. I do think I'm going to move towards, it depends on how this weekend goes, but I do think I'm going to move towards posting on Tuesdays and Thursdays instead of just Thursdays. Honestly, as I've been working on this, I've been able to get like really far ahead, and it's like, well, I don't want to drag it out too long. You know, I also don't want to overcommit, because that hasn't turned out well for me notoriously in the past. But at the same point in time, I don't want to drag my feet, because then I know what I'll do is I'll get really far ahead, and then I'll be like, oh, I can take a couple weeks off, and then I'll be back at the same cycle. So I think if I just focus on 2 episodes a week, that should hopefully keep me steer clear from that kind of situation. It'll also be nice too, because then I'll get through different Let's Plays a little bit quicker. So I know I've really been itching to play Kingdom Hearts. I've never actually fully played through Rechain of Memories, and that's what's next on the list, so I want to get into that. I do know the mechanics of that game are a little wonky, so most of me is excited, but then part of me is kind of like, oh no, you know, it's going to be something new, but I'm going to try and embrace it the most I can, and if anything, it'll be a new experience for me and for the channel, so that'll be a cool one. I think this is one of the instances where, like, nobody's stuck per se, but I think there's like still a jackal back there or something like that, and if we just stand here, like, nothing's going to get accomplished. But I also remember this level very vividly, because when I was a kid, this level gave me a bit of a, it was a bit of a pain because of something that's going to happen here shortly. You can see I sort of run around, I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't see anybody, and there's nowhere to go, like, to the best of my knowledge. I mean, I knew that there was nowhere to go, because like I said, I remember this level distinctively. As a little kid, I remember playing it. It's a pretty cool level. Actually, the next level, and this level and the next level after, are kind of like one and the same in my memory, and they're both pretty cool. You can see this guy came back, yeah. They're just hanging out here. And now we get the checkpoint. So I think that's like an important thing that I have to keep my eye on, is like, if you're not getting a checkpoint and you've just been standing somewhere for a while, it means that the Covenant is stuck somewhere. Either the Covenant or any of the other enemies will come across in this game, but I sort of don't want to speak on that note yet to give away any of the things that might come to you that might come to you as a surprise during this Let's Play, because if you've never seen it, there's some really cool aspects to this game that I think are done far better in this game than they were in the previous game. And there's some new stuff that comes out of it too, which is pretty cool. Which should be the case for any new sequel, right? Get these bug guys back. I kind of wanted to use the turn. Can't for that guy, I guess. Just want to get some use out of them. There's so many of them plastered throughout the game, but like so limited use on them as well. Like, I feel like I never really gravitate towards using them, because there's so many. Like, the weapons themselves are fine enough that I don't feel like I need to use the turret. Like, there's no situation that I don't feel like I can't generally get myself out of. There we go. That was actually a good chunk killed. This is a good use of the turret too. Mow him down. Why that guy's down there endangering his life is... that's on him at this point. I think we do get a drop ship here momentarily. Nope, they just start emerging from the streets. There's a big guy over here, but I kind of want to get him with the battle rifle. It's a better use of this weapon, I believe. You can see, compared to the first level, I am doing at least what I would consider a respectable job playing it safe. Trying not to go out there and get completely demolished from the get-go. And seeing this is again one of those cases, like, here's a guy just standing here. The AI is just so goofy in this game. Like, at times, it's like if they can't find you, they just sort of freeze. And then I think this guy ran because he was actually getting shot at. Yeah. So he did eventually go up there. Like I said, sometimes it could just be so weird. And it's not progressing. Okay, there we go. I don't know, like, that's part of, like, going back and replaying these games, too, is, like, sometimes, like, you remember something as being, like, really responsive, or, you know, this was cool and that was cool, and sometimes you go back and you play it and you're like, it is a little bit different from what I remember, you know, things aren't, like, spawning in the same way, like, things aren't as responsive as I imagined in my head they were when I was playing it as a kid. That's by no means a knock on the game itself. I'm not calling the game bad. I'm just saying, you know, sometimes you remember stuff with some rose-tinted glasses. Not to say that it's bad, but maybe it's not, like, excellent. It's still one of my favorite games, personally, so. If I could jump up and kind of snipe him, that it worked for that guy, but it seems like a waste of ammunition to do it that way. I like approaching this game too, like, with the context, right? Like, we saw, I sort of saw the alien in the first episode get completely just sort of killed over not killing the entire population. So it sort of helps paint the picture of, like, these guys maybe not being as bad as we thought they were. I think here, okay, there comes the ship. Now I do think we have the cool moment here, which becomes completely uncool in like a matter of 10 seconds. Remember the hunters from the first game, how hard they were to kill? I just wiped out 2 with the turn in about 8 seconds there. When I was a kid, I struggled with that so much, and I think it's because I tried to take them head on. But man, I would argue that that turn should not be there if you wanted to make the hunters as cool as possible, because that really died down. The next thing I remember, which you're going to see here very quickly, is the addition of the elite sniper rifle, which the jackals use. You can see that big purple beam. There it comes. That thing will 2-shot kill you, like, as a guarantee. If you get hit with it once and then somebody else is shooting at you, you're probably going to die. So it is like a critical, anytime you see that beam, you need to take cover and just pray that you don't die. Now luckily it does leave a big streak as to where it fired from. So you can see, like, in this case I have a pretty good idea. Oh, they killed him before I got there. Like, I could tell where they're coming from. You at least get the general direction just looking at the beam, which is one of those things you have to keep an eye on. Like I said, did they just take my people? I still got some people. You could also, I'm sure you've seen it as I've come across a couple of people now, you can also force your teammates to switch weapons with you in this game. I'm not a fan of doing that. It kind of feels like a jerk move. Okay, take this. Yeah, you can see there, I got hit, and that's the health that it left me on. So as you can see, that can be a serious problem in a real hurry. With that being said, let's crack another soda pop. So I can tell he's like right here. Sometimes it's like they have a really good lock on you, but you don't have a good lock on them kind of situation. Need to deal with the bugs first and foremost, otherwise we're never going to get this guy. Man, the lighting looking through this is horrific. There he is, I see him. Okay, I think I got that guy. There's one more, maybe 2. I think I definitely saw 2 blaster bolts come down. I kind of inch out like this all the time. I kind of want them to fire. So he was right there. Okay. healing up, probably taking a sip of soda pop there. I kind of want him to fire. Okay, he's a little more over. Okay, there he is. Got him. Man, those guys suck to deal with. I think it's just the fact that... Oh! See, look at that. That guy almost clearly got me. And he's, like, right out in the open. I will say, I don't know if I pick one up in this episode, but I do know I do start picking up the sniper rifles a lot from the Covenant side and using them. And man, are they awesome. Wanted to see if I could climb up this. Sometimes in these old games there's some hidden stuff like that, but that does not turn out to be the case. Kind of catch some of those guys off guard, just blasting them a little bit before we get to move in with our team. Blast that guy. That was a good eye, Average Joe. I'll give you that one. I'm actually impressed that I saw him that quick. Usually my eyes are pretty horrible at that kind of stuff. Oh, this guy's gonna be an issue. No, he's actually not. Just because I was already, like, shooting at one guy and then another guy just sort of popped in, I thought he was gonna be a much bigger problem than he actually was. I'm consciously trying to keep track of how much ammo I have, too. Like I said in the last episode, like, the one thing I'm continuously noticing is that I never... Oh, well, I was about to shoot myself in the foot. I was going to say, I never seem to have enough ammo for, like, the situation at hand. But I guess in this level, I've been pretty good thus far. Okay, so he tried to take a shot at me from that other angle, so I'm just trying to get over here so that way I do not get annihilated. But yeah, he's, like, right over there. Okay, I see him. I need to heal up, though. I need to heal up before I get him. But I do have a rough idea of where that guy is. He's, like, right over here. There he is. Okay, we got him. You can see, I'm kind of glad the mission with the snipers was the second one. Because it's, like, subconsciously making me take this level slow. Which is something I said that I'm going to need to do a better job at. Because if you just try to go and bum rush these guys, every time, I just get killed. And famously, like, in Halo Combat Evolved, the original Halo, Halo 1, whatever you want to call it, right? We kept finding items stashed away in places like that. So you'll see me a lot of times, like, just sort of go into the corners of areas like that. And although it doesn't make a lot of sense, like, I'm just sort of looking for some special weapon or things like that. Because a lot of times in Halo Combat Evolved, that's how you get, like, the shotgun or the rocket launcher or things like that. Is, like, just going off in the corner and trying to find stuff. Here we go. Use our flashlight. Handy dandy. See, the game tells me how to use it now, but I pressed it about 6 times last episode thinking that that's how you threw grenades because I couldn't remember for the life of me how to do it. Throw a grenade down. Let's clear them all out of here. Nope. Yeah, he's twitching. He's one of the possessed ones. They don't, that's actually in the new Conjuring movie coming out. It's like, the last one I think was like The Conjuring, the devil made me do it. The next one is like, the Covenant made me do it. So, this is like actually just a sneak peek of that movie as to what's to come there. Believe it or not. It was all foretold in Halo 2. I'm gonna hang out here while this ship blows a lot of people to smithereens here. I think our guys already ran out there, which is why they're targeting down there. Which is good news because it means that we'll have less to deal with here. But it's also bad news because it means that probably some of our men died when they didn't need to. Oh, get inside, get inside, get inside. I don't want to die this early in the Let's Play, even though I already died like 4 times in the first episode. I want to stay on the up and up. Okay, nobody else is coming from this direction. Let's make our way downtown. Oh, there's a war dog. Look at that. There's some ghosts. Honestly, if I could grab a ghost, I'd probably much rather a ghost. but I can't. I was thinking of just hopping in the turn. I suck at driving these things, full disclosure. Oh, is that a ghost? I oddly didn't take it. That is very out of character for myself. I am much better at driving the ghost than I am the warthog. I'm terrible at driving this thing. Maybe I was thinking this could be a sort of redemption arc for myself, but I think I'm quickly going to prove that I am not a good driver of this machine. It has, for whatever reason, I can never even get remotely close to being a good driver of this thing. And it's not like it's overly complicated, like it's legitimately just the sticks. But man, I'm terrible at it. I'll tell you that. I'll be 100% honest on that front. But truly, I don't... No, okay, he's firing. I was gonna say, I was sort of waiting to see like a checkpoint there, but I haven't seen anything. Somebody hiding up in one of these things, or... There's a sniper. Try and blast him out of there. I think we just need to full send it from here. Here's sort of what the aiming on that sniper looks like. Don't know how applicable it is to use right now. Oh, there's the guy. We could use it on him. Yeah, he's done. It's a 2-shot kill on the bigger guys. Normally a 1-shot kill on the smaller guys, but... Okay, can I at least get in the vehicle, sir? Can you at least pick me up? Thank you. Let's continue onward. See? I like the AI because it knows where to go. I hate the AI because anytime it's also a bonehead at driving. It's arguably worse than I am, which is saying a lot because I'm downright terrible. But I'm even worse at shooting out of the vehicle. As you can see, I just hit nothing, and I'm going to continue to hit a whole lot of nothing for the foreseeable future. I like the ghost so much more. Can I get out? Can I get out, sir? And that ghost had damage done to it, but it was actually okay. Oh my god, yeah, and then the AI does stuff like this where they just drive into the heat of... the dead heat of battle going on. Like if that was a smart decision in any way. Okay. The sniper is a cool weapon, but you can't fire it from the hip like that, Average Joe. That's not the design of the weapon. This one's a little damaged, but I think I can actually pull my weight in it. I said I'm much better with the Ghost than I am anything else. Yep, and I remember you could speed up like that, go real quick. The key with the Ghost in this game, from my previous experiences, I don't know if it's the key as much as it's just cool, is instead of doing that speed boost there for long periods of time, it's just to like do it in little intervals like that. That tends to give you more control over the vehicle. I'm just scoping out to see if any of the other ghosts are in better shape. I think all my friends are dead. Then you gotta speed up when you're going over something like this. I didn't. Oh no, my friends were over there, right? I think I saw them. Yeah, there they are. They made it. I just feel like the Ghost is a more efficient, like, driving vehicle. I know these could be new friends because there's a couple of them there. I don't know. Only time will tell. And one more soda pop for good measure. Why the heck not? I think we could do 3 an episode. That sounds sustainable. But now I think we're gonna Oh, okay, yeah. They come out of their coffin-like tube things there. Really, this shouldn't be that much of a... Yeah. Shouldn't be that much of a tall ask, because there's only a couple of them there. We all have vehicles with weapons on them. That's highly superior. Except for that one. That one's gonna explode any day now.
This tunnel links up to the bridge. It's full of rats. Beats swimming.
Yes, a brand new ghost. Look at that. See, they knew what I wanted. Tease me a little early on, and then they give me the full McCoy right now. Now look, I was trying to have a beer for a soda pop for a second there, and I get frickin' T-boned, and these guys. You don't look at the screen for a minute. Like, I don't even know what they're doing. That is not... Okay, now I can have my soda pop. Let me have it for a second here. Okay, now we can go. See, now I'm so paranoid. Okay, there's a brand new ghost too, so I could get a new one, but this one's actually in good shape. It hasn't... Oh, look at these guys. They've had about a 5-minute lead, and they've only made it to the first brigade. Now, in defense of those guys, I think that they don't really move on unless they've killed everybody. I say that, but they also let those two ghosts come and attack me. Also, I will say, like, a really easy way to kill all those people is just to shoot them with the ghost. Like, you can really light up their world doing that kind of stuff, and I do it all the time accidentally. Especially once we get tanks and things like that, like we had previously. The number of warthogs I have mistakenly blown up with a tank. That guy's... is he getting out of that? See, I just immediately left him. Because I assumed the answer was no. And that was deceiving. Why would you put a cool little ramp there? Oh, he jumped on the back. That son of a bitch. He killed me. He killed me. Okay, but at least the spawn point's right there. Okay. So a good method, if you're gonna go through a whole bunch of bullshit like that and you don't want to deal with it, is just to go fast. Like, they can't do anything if you just do that. No, he's blowing a hole down through the environment there. But you see, because I reached that checkpoint, it's almost just like none of that crap back there happened. Like, none of them are hightailing it after me. And in some cases, like, that is the optimal route. Like, the best thing to do is just to blow past it. The ghosts have finally caught up to me from back there. And I'd much rather deal with 2 ghosts than about 30 Covenant, the bug things. Say what you want, this is so much easier to work with. And their AI is just as bad as my guy's AI at driving vehicles, so I can take care of them, no problem. It's honest, it's probably safer a lot of the times just to blow through your enemies like that. I try not to, because I mean it kills some of the fun. But it's like, if the game gives you the option to do it, sometimes you're better off doing it that way. Oh man, it's like those big tanky things. I go in here just to hide, but I do think I have to... I either have to blow past him, or I have to kill him. Like, those are my only 2 options, so I'm gonna blow past him. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching close to the end of this episode. I do hope you liked it. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is very beneficial on my end and takes no time on your end to do. Like I said, this is the special 4th of July episode. I guess there's nothing more American than foreign allies coming on your soil and you blowing them to holy hell to celebrate the holiday. But we'll be playing this series here. Let's play Halo 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the foreseeable future until we finish that. The next Let's Play in the list is going to be a Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. Looking forward to getting into that one, because I don't think I've ever formally gotten past like the halfway mark. But yeah, It's what we got for the foreseeable future. Right now we're going to be blowing up these, I would call them transport vehicles, I guess. They're not really tanks, but they're a little bit different, and honestly, they just take a bunch of ammunition to blow up. And then they blow up. That's really all there is to them. There's not really a gimmick, they just sort of do that. They do have the guy shooting on the top, but I think you could target him specifically if you want to, and make this whole thing a whole lot easier. But to be honest, the threat that they pose is really so minimal that it would probably take more skill to do that, and it's it's just not worth it. You're better off just waiting until that guy dies and then taking them head on. Because yeah, once you get the guy shooting the red stuff at the top off, he's done. But half the time he doesn't hit you anyways, and the damage he does is pretty piss poor, so. Still pretty cool. Everything ties into the narrative very well, I'll give it that. Like, the story still moves along pretty well. And here, I grabbed this ghost because I didn't know how much of the level is left. Yeah, it's legitimately about a minute at this point, but yeah. Hope you guys liked this episode. Like I said, if you did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you all back here on the next one on Tuesday. Until then, as always, peace out, Girl Scout, and enjoy this epic outro of the Master Chief riding out.